Final Fantasy XI and move into Final Fantasy XIV, which is all the way at the bottom because it is the most recent event in Japan. The Dragonsong War. Is that what we're calling it? I'll have to change what I have it called on the website. You guys are going to have to help me with the pronunciations of some of these names. Horsebro is actually good. I'm going to go with that for now because I can't... I can't pronounce his real name. Horschfon. Is he another Frencher? Notable changes, additions. We got some new characters. Horsefont. Horsebro. The good guy is a pretty good tank. Well, they're there to take one for the team. Oh, man. If I hadn't been looking at the screen where my on-screen display comes up, I would have thought that that was a sub. I almost got pretty hyped. So Isail is what I'm gonna call her. Black Magic 5, Summoning 5, Witch 5. Okay, okay. Harche Font. Okay. Harche Font. Harche Font? Oh, man, Final Fantasy XIV and their naming. Okay, dagger, sword, that's cool. So, I mean, a mage being able to use swords is really cool for me at this point because of how much I pull for Ashe, and will be pulling for Ashe in the future. I got the sword for, what's her name? Nabat and Terra and all of her swords.
Not drunk enough.
Thank you, Solus. Oh, she didn't do it. She said, nope, walking away from that. Oh, I wanted to hear it too. You broke it. You broke it. Okay, so, sword, rod, staff, bow, hat, light armor, robe, bracer, sure. Some stats, whatever. What's your RM? Attack command becomes moderate single target ice magic damage. That's actually kind of useful. And Horsebro is combat 5, cool. Support 4 or combat 4, support 4, cool. So he's like it's kind of like a Seodor. That's some real fanfare. Thank you.
Keep the good work, Z.
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it every time. You're awesome. Sadork and White 5. Yeah, okay, that's true. Well, whatever. Sador's White 5 is kind of wasted because, no, it's not really, because he gets a good USB later, right? But his BSB's got the Yasuna on it, so he doesn't benefit that much from the Ultra Cure. We still like the White Magic 4 for Proteka and Shelga. Can I make the flame move? I'm trying. Like, honestly, I'm trying. What I need to do is I need to head off to a console and record some some Persona 5 gameplay, and then turn the video into a GIF, and then I'll be able to do that. And honestly, yeah, that was the first thing I thought of when I thought of using that as my sub. I really like to do that. It's weird because you know how there's two loading screen icons? There's one with the main character instead. You know, take your time.
Are you drunk?
I can find that one animated. Someone else did.
Isail, Estinium.
You did do too much. Thank you. Thank you, Adia, for lending your voice. Okay, so, sorry. This is going to be a video, and whoever's watching this video is going to be like, why is he deviating so much? Just talk about the characters. Dagger, sword, shield, helm, light armor, heavy armor, bracer. Good. A lot of health, I'm glad. What's your RM? Medium defensive resistance up with shield. That's actually good. Is this Legend Dive? No, Record Dive. And Estinine. Combat 5, cool. Celerity 4, cool. No, it's actually not. Celerity 4 is just shit. Do you increase it? Ugh, that's poop. Such a waste. Well, whatever, it's a Dragoon. So it's a Darkness Dragoon. Okay. Dagger, sword, spear, helm, light armor, heavy armor, bracer. Health. What's your damage type? Probably dark. Like Aranea is lightning and dark, but jump, blah, 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 blah. Large Dragoon damage up. So that'd be a 40% or 35 or 40% Dragoon damage up. Not a good RM. Estinine? Estinian? No, she's called Estinine. I'm sorry. Deal with it. That's too many syllables. Like, why do you gotta overcomplicate these stupid names? Oh, new legend spheres. This is important. Summon magic 9%. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. And moderate and minor sleep resists. Great. It's good. How much life you get? 500 expected for a mage. Magic 40. Good. So, just a good legend dive. Sid Garland. Double on the paralyzed. And... okay, gun damage 9%. Okay. How much health do you get? 400, 650, 800. Okay. Sure. Again, with the conditional. I don't like that. Especially because Sid can use swords. He can use a lot of weapons, actually. He can use hammers, can't he? And he does a lot of earth damage. And he gets a USB. Oh, please. If he gets... Fire None? I mean, this is even worse, because there's fire swords in the game, right? Now, because of his legend dive, or if you were to legend dive him, you'd need to equip him with a gun, of which there are none in the game that are plus fire damage. That's... yeah, that sucks. Lion can get away with it because he's non-elemental, so you don't care. But there are no plus fire guns, and there are no plus earth guns either. That's kind of shitty. And Assail is ice damage, which is probably good for her. And double up on the sleep resist, okay. And 500 health, and please tell me 40 magic, and yeah. Good, just like Alphino. And Horseman, double confuse. Give me 1,000 HP, like knights should have. Only 700? Nope, 1,000. Thank you for not being Kirilla. And night damage, ugh. Ugh, night damage 9% sucks. Because night damage will not apply to his soul breaks. And Estinine, wow, this is a lot of new legend dives going on here. Double up on blind. Dragoon damage, just as bad as night damage, especially for a Dragoon. You can make a case that Horsebro, his role is to be a damage absorption, especially with his USB, which we'll see. So him not getting full damage out of his legend dive is okay. but that's unacceptable here. Only getting Dragoon damage, 9% Dragoon damage instead of, plus whatever element they do. Oh god, that's a lot of new legend materia. Alright, Alphino. Whoa, thank goodness Alphino. I mean, you're good without a legend dive, but let's see how good you get with a legend dive. Summon attacks deal 10% more damage. Good. 35% chance to dual cast summoning abilities. Yes! 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 Grants attached wind at the beginning of the battle. Sure, whatever. Runs into the same situation as someone we talked about on the Final Fantasy XI event. 10% damage versus 50% damage for a limited amount of time at the beginning of the fight. I'll take the attached wind, but I won't have to, work for it. And this is great. This is great for other people that are really, really good in Final Fantasy XIV, just like I am. We don't have to pull on these banners. Alphino S tier confirmed? Yes, the Dow. Yeah, definitely. You don't have to because the strength of him is in his LM2, and his LM1 is still good. So, all you need to do is Legend Dive him. There's no gacha involved here. Unless you don't have the stuff already for him. There's just been a lot of time between his first appearance and his second. A year, actually, almost to the day. Since I estimate this event for January 4th. If you remember, the Final Fantasy XIV event with Alphino, his debut, was December 31st, 2016. So, 5-day difference. Right, I'm drowning in 14, so I like that I don't have to actually gacha for him. His USB is nice, and I would like it, but it's not necessary. It's just like it's like an OSB for him. It's just extends his character's function. Yeah, Ricky, that would be nice. Hopefully, the 5th banner on the 30th anniversary, which his USB shows up for the first time, is a good one. Okay, so Alphino, fantastic. Sid Garland, chance to dual cast machinist abilities. This is actually good, especially with his BSB, because of the way it works. It's another one of those iterative things, so the more times you're able to cast, the better. Machinist abilities deal increased damage. Nope. And remember, this is SUM type for Alphino's first, not summoning. And there is a difference. SUM is a damage type, which can also apply to soul breaks, where summoning type damage is a school and only applies to his burst commands and summoning abilities. So SUM means basically all damage that Alphino does is going to get a 10% damage increase because of that. That's the difference between SUM here and summoning here. Machinist abilities deal 25% more damage when equipping a gun. Even more playing into the fact that you need to equip a gun on him. And being an elemental damage character, you want to be using elemental increasing weapons and armor on him. And now you can only use armor because you actually just need to equip him with a gun. And none of his soul breaks get benefit from this 25% damage or the 9% damage from his legend dive. And I'm going to guess here, I didn't look at it, but his record dive probably has more gun damage, doesn't it? Jeez. Gun physical 3% and machinist 6%. It's just like they're God, I don't even know if this is a word. I'm scared. Disincentivizing doing any sort of dive on Sid, which kind of ruins his character's potential. De-incentivizing? Yeah, it's one of them. Okay. Assail. Ice damage dealt by X%. Likely 10 or 15%. Fine. Grant quick cast 3 after using ice attack. That might be interesting because she is a witch. And we'll see how this works with her soul breaks, because I haven't seen them yet. 30% chance, or 20% chance to grant cause minor repel ice to the target after using an ice attack on an enemy. Probably pretty good. I like these LMRs. And Horsebro, Night abilities, restores HP for 100% of the user's maximum HP and grants last stand an HP stock 2000 when HP falls below. So he really is... He is the people's hero, huh? He really, really just wants to take all of the attacks. 25% chance to reduce damage taken by 30% when equipping a shield. I would say that I would really like for him to have a cover legend materia here, but I know he has the first cover soul break. So that's actually pretty good. Glowing Dragon, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the follow. So that's pretty cool. SN9, Dragoon abilities. Percent chance to grant quick cast 3D user after using a dragon ability. That is good. That is good. I like that. Grants attach wind at the beginning of the battle. Oh no, you're gonna be a wind dragoon? That doesn't bode well. We'll see what her abilities are. There is few things in the game more crowded than physical wind damage. I was hoping she'd be a kind of a darkness dragoon, because that would be cool. Hopefully it's wind and dark, and not too much of a concentration on wind. This doesn't make me feel hopeful. The attach wind here. Okay, so I believe we're going to be taking a look at the banners now. Take me to the top. Horsebro. USB for my friend. Oh my god, this guy is breaking my heart and I don't even know him. Self, defense, and resistance plus 100%. Okay, that's useful. Mine plus 50%. I think it's weird, but at the same time, it's kind of neat because it means that he becomes highly resistant to status effects, the duration of status effects. Check out the USB animation. Okay, I will. HP stock 6,000. God, he just is it possible? And her Horsebro cover, which does, when in the front row, automatically cover back row characters from PHY, BLK, BLU, WHT, and SUM attacks with a 50% damage reduction. How do you kill this guy? How? He can't die! Let's go take a look at that, animation. We're looking for a ha. I know what the katakana for ha is. I did not find it. Is it not up? It's gotta be up. Yeah, because that's Sid's USB. It's armor, right? It's heavy armor. It's heavy armor, and you have 3 soul breaks to your name. Shield? Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Why did I just jump to heavy armor and not go any further? Alright. Let's check it out. Kind of plain. It's kind of plain, but it was nice seeing that that cover in action. Is it an automatic cover? Automatically cover back row members. Like, that's so good. Alright, and HP stock 6,000 and defense and resistance plus 100%. It's kind of cool. I think he would have to be an S tier knight, right? Certainly not S tier damage. But what's interesting here is, remember how I ragged on him a little bit for that 9% knight damage? That's actually okay here. Because if you've got his USB, you're not dealing damage with your soul break anyway. So you are relying strictly on abilities. Doesn't only make sense on a mage team? Sure, yeah. That's what I'm trying to think of, like, when would I actually use this rather than somebody else? This is such a weird soul break that I have to go into it a little deeper than, you know, just saying, yeah, it's cool, or, you know, continuing on. When would I use this? Why would I use it? When is it so beneficial to protect your team from damage that you need someone like this to take up a spot and only deal... he could use either Earthbringer or Guardbringer to deal damage. Obviously, he's going to have a massive defense and 100% defense and resistance. That would mean you would have to put Noctis in the back row. Can Noctis use ranged weapons? Wow, Noctis can use thrown and guns. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, that would actually be pretty awesome. Yeah. Good call, Shimra. Or, Shadow, sorry. Both of you. Yeah, if you can protect Noctis with the OSB-USB combo... What do you mean, did I not play 15? I never equipped guns on him. His armor weapons are not. There's no guns in there. Really, guns. All the guns that I had went to Prompto, and that was it. All right, moving on. S9 USB 10 single target wind dark. Okay, figured as much. And winds. Well, here we go. Like, you're a wind dragoon with dark as an afterthought. So that's a problem. That's a problem, S9, because you need to be really good past this point in order for you to be worth a damn. Self quick cast 1, attack and defense 30%, and gain quick cast 1 when using dragoon abilities. That's a lot of stuff. No, Final Fantasy 15 guns are actually guns. Okay. I guess it's okay. It is okay. It does feel like it does a fair amount of damage, but she is, or he. This feels like such a female name. But it's a male, isn't it? This is definitely a dragoon. Or, definitely a wind dragoon. Alright, next, Alphino, USB. I've gone over this USB a few times before on stream, but we'll do so again now. Wind, dark, summon magic, damage, and wind, and self-X mode, Transbahamut. So, it is and wind, just like his BSB, but, usually you're going to be using this for a completely different purpose. So it's not like you want to use his USB and BSB together. Actually, the way that Transbahamut, the X mode, works discourages the use of his BSB. So they are separate. And now I'll go into what Transbahamut is. Alright, up to medium increase in summoning ability damage based on the ability's total rank, which would be 5%, 10, 15, 20, or 30% increased damage. So if you have a rank 5 summon, which is obviously going to be Tiamat in this situation, or potentially Valley Garmanda, just because of how powerful it is, so you don't need to limit yourself to using the End Wind. But it's most certainly going to be Tiamat. You're going to get a 30% damage boost if you have an R5 Tiamat. So if you plan on pulling on either of the banners that this appears on, consider that for the future when you're looking at your Summon Orb stock, because it's quite painful to hone a 5-star ability to rank 5. And it uses the X ability Death Flare when X mode ends. And we're going to go to Enliers to check this out. Death Flare. This sounds just awesome. And I actually need to go and take a look at the animation for this now. So what Death Flare does, when the USB X mode ends, Bahamut is also an option. Yeah, it is. It's definitely going to lack on the damage, but if you dual casts with it, you're probably still going to be doing quite a bit. But remember the thing about Death Flare. Oh, Death Flare is non-elemental too. Okay, so that makes Bahamut more of a thing, because this definitely makes Alphino a really good non-elemental character. Okay. I like that. So 5 group attacks that deal damage for 7% of the damage dealt with summon attacks, and Smart Ether 2 to the user. In layman's terms, in human understandable terms, this means it does 35% of the damage that you dealt during the 15-second X mode is dealt again at the end as another ability that goes off. And it's all group. So you're going to be using summons during that 15-second X mode that is given to you by the USB. And you get another group attack at the end. And apparently this is non-elemental. And you can pair this with anything. Like, all of those 5-star summons can be paired with this. Bahamut, Valley Garmanda. Probably not Valley Garmanda because it's going to be hard to R5 that. But our Veligormanda has a really high multiplier. Wow, this is fantastic. I like this. I think I'd probably still default to his BSB-1 when doing like a single target fight against Wind, because that Command 1 on his BSB is something that time has not weathered. Instant cast commands are just disgusting, and it's not just instant cast. Well, it grants him instant cast, not instant magical attacks, just instant cast. So it can be used with RWs as well. So his BSB is still fantastic, and his USB is pretty damn good too. They just serve different purposes. One is for single target fights, and one is for area of effect fights. Yeah, what Paranoid said. It can't be double casted. But since it is SUM type, it will benefit from all of his damage buffs. And I believe it... I don't know this for sure. But it won't. It won't matter. I was going to say the USB itself gives you that plus summoning damage according to the rank of the ability, but this doesn't have a rank, so if it does get an increase of damage, it will be the first rank, just like his burst commands would. Dualcast LM2 kind of act like a pseudo 35% DPS boost, ignoring damage halves and such. Could this act in a similar way, or could be looked at in a way? Yes. Yeah, no, not flat 35%, because you're only 35%ing the damage done during the X mode, where you're not getting 35% extra damage on the USB cast itself. So it's not full 35%, but very, very close to it. I mean, doubling up. Oh, I mean, it is doubling up. The dual cast, like, dual casting during the X mode is going to add even more damage onto the 35 at the end. And what's nice is it's 5 attacks too. So you got a damage cap of 50,000 on the last attack. This is really good. Yeah. I really like it. I really like his USB. And I like it because it doesn't overwrite the usefulness of his BSB. Both are great. Next up, we have Memphili's USB. This is a recurrence, and it's fine. It's a fine recurrence. Attack, magic, and resistance plus 30% in Heiska. There's never going to be anything wrong with that. Oh, animation. Good call, Paranoid. Thank you. Just look for the Veil of Wii. And we found Alpha now. I like that a hell of a lot more than I like his BSB cast. I'm just waiting for the summon mode to end. This is Death Flare. Oh, that's awesome. That's like Zero Bahamut from Final Fantasy VII. Just an orbital laser. I like it. Okay, so we've done our 4 USBs. Remember what we talked about in the previous, the Type 0 distant preview? That I believed that was an aberration, where we would go back to getting a 4 6-star banner, just like the Final Fantasy III did, just because Final Fantasy Type 0 couldn't support 2 4 6-star banners. Here we go. This is confirmation of that. Alphino S tier animation. Not animations. I do like his deployment tactics, but his BSB is terrible. But the USB, I like it a lot. So this is good. It's good that we're back to this this banner format. And now 4 BSBs. Horsebro, 8 single target. Holy Ice. Ice, huh? Enemy attack and magic minus 50%. That's already a good start. That's already a good start. What are your burst commands? What's this? Before we get to his burst commands. Oh. Yeah, Minfilla's USB. We already knew that was holy damage up. Alright, Shield Swipe. 2 times single. Holy Ice physical and power magic breakdown. The 2 most useful breakdowns. Wow. His BSB is good. Holy shit. Harsh Foam. He's a good character. 2 times breakdown commands, and they're both of the breakdowns are the 2 best breakdowns in the game. And the entry is minus 50% attack and magic. I mean, it's really good. It's just really good. All right. Moving on. Essenine. Similar to Minfilia. No, Minfilia is just strictly damage. And that's the problem with Minfilia is that she has damage and Holy on her entry. Which is not that useful for a support. Yeah, it's the entry that hurts her. Spirits Within was another crappy movie. He has combat 4. Yes, Shadow. He has combat 4. Oh, Nerd Girl, what's going on? Thank you for the support. Next up, SN9. We have 8 single target, wind, dark jump damage, and wind. Burst mode. Alright, oh, that's plain. I'm already really not liking this character that much. His USB is fine. But it's plain, that's all. It's really plain. Really crowded fields, physical wind damage. Blood of the Dragon, self jump plus 15%, 3, and enter Blood of the Dragon mode while burst mode continues. Alright. In Blood of the Dragon mode, 2 single target, wind, dark jump damage with no airtime and gain no airtime 4. Remove Blood of the Dragon. 4 single target with no airtime, and 5 single target. Well, the thing about Kimari is he's unique. Like, his BSB is Imperil Water. That's really good. In Rare-ish, the problem with this is, like, hey, I'm another Wind Dragoon. I'm glad I can summon that image for you, Hugh. And this is good, but not good enough. And I guess it's, this is how I evaluated the second Final Fantasy XI banner, right? Prish. She's just good, and she's a good addition to the banner. So let's look at let's look at SN9 in that regard. It's actually good, just not exceptional, you know? It doesn't push past the barrier. But we do have Horsebro and Alphino rocking it here. So there's your Ayame and Lion. Right? Am I right in thinking this way? Veil of Wii we all know what this does. I even went into it on his USB. Minfilia BSB is definitely the worst relic I've seen on this banner so far. Horsebro Lamara. We have low chance to reduce damage received by... Okay, well, I went over their legend material already. This is good. This is good because you can easily throw a shield on him. You want to throw a shield on him. Anywhere you want. S9 is start battle with End Wind. You're just running this back, huh? Alphino start battle with End Wind. It's fine. Minfilia, small duration increase for stat buffs cast by self. That's good. With Minfilia's USB, that is good. And we have the 2 Super Soul Breaks at the bottom of the banner. I want to take a look at this banner format, because this is the first, like, actual event where we had a 2 banner on the 4 6-star format, so I'm going to take a look at that after this. Because the Final Fantasy 3 one was just a single banner. 8 single target, Holy Ice, Physical, Party, Medica. It's okay. Definitely would prefer more utility instead of the damage. Because then it would have more wider use. More wider. God. That's... Like, I just tread over an English pet peeve of mine. I hate double positives. See, his USB is non-elemental. You know, it's not locked to an elemental team. So this is good anywhere. As long as you can use somebody with it. Where his Super Soul Break is complementary, but it's really just kind of really lackluster. Unless you're using it against a Holy or Ice vulnerable target. In S9, Party, critical 50%, Stone 30%. Again, it's okay. Crit 50%. I mean, this is definitely not something that's been hit by the power creep baton, you know? I just picked up Iris's Super Soul Break on the Final Fantasy 15 banner and Global that gives Party haste, crit 50%, and does damage. It's clearly better than this. So the supers fall off the train. But let's take a look at this banner format percentage composition. That was a mouthful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It is a 14 relic banner. So here's the good thing. And I think probably the best characteristic of these banners now, you're not running with 2%ers at the bottom of the banner anymore. This is a 14 relic banner, 1% each. No 2%ers on the Super Soul Breaks. That's good. So, hallelujah for this banner format. Banner 2. True Ice Rod. Oh, please tell me that 10 is what I think it is. Oh my god! Small ice damage up on a 6-star. Oh. Yes, that is a relic. Ten, single target, ice, non-elemental magic damage, and ice. Self, magic and resistance plus 30%, and automatically cast Ice Brand when using ice element abilities. So we got a chase going on here. What does Ice Brand do? I'm actually, since it's a chase, I want to take a look at the status myself. Ice Brand. Single enemy 8.52. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single attacks, 1.42 at each at rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the triggering ability. No, she's an Ice Mage. She's an Ice Mage. She's Ice Ash. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Which is a nice tier of people to be put in. Because Ash gets pretty crazy when she gets her USB. We're liking this character so far. Off to a really nice start right now. That is powerful. And Assail is a witch? See, the problem here... And yeah, you're right, Sir Kill. But you want to take advantage of that chase as much as possible, so you want to cast as much as possible. So the way to do that would be with 4-star Witch, which doesn't do as much damage, right? So, I mean, I guess you got options. You can either use Chain Blizzaga or the 4-star Witch ability. Well, let's see what her BSB is like. Let's see what her BSB is like. See, if I have got a problem with the banner and I don't like, is we got Sid here, and I just don't like this character. I don't like... I hate how confused he is, and how the things that he does and his benefits, they don't... you know, doesn't friggin' work. 10 single target, fire, ranged physical damage, end fire, self-quick cat. And if he had a plus fire gun here, that would... everything would be fine. Life would be good. Because he would be able to use a gun and get all of that gun damage. And that'd be fantastic. But you don't. Or just stack an Instacast team. That's a good call, Dragon. Noctis says hi. Self quick cast and automatically cast wildfire after a certain period of time. I mean, this is going to be one of those Braska things. And it's fine. Like, he's probably going to do a lot of fire damage. And he's a machinist. And he can... Oh. You can't use an elemental weapon with him. It's powerful. It is powerful. I would just much rather be using Balthier. Let's look up Balthier. Does Balthier have the same problem? They're very, very similar characters, right? So who's better? Who does this better? Blathier? Who does this better? Volcano T. Grants attached fire, Volcano T, and quick cast 1 to the user. No Raccoon. It's RS plus fire, I think, which is shit. It's not. Oh yeah, it's not even the boss fight song. That's the great part. This is just a normal encounter song. Grants quick cast 1 after using machinist ability. Okay, well that's awesome. And good. He also gets quick cast, but only gets that quick cast 1, because wildfire does not grant him more quick cast. So right out of the gate, I like Balthier's USB better. Now let's take a look at the record dive and submission dive. This is exactly the type of thing that the distant previews are for, because we're going to get that Final Fantasy XII event with the Ash USB that I mentioned when talking about Assail, and the Balthier USB on the same banner. So if people are like, I wanna find a way to improve my fire team, right? Where do I go? So this is exactly what the distant preview is for. Let me see. So for record spheres, we have Balthier, Gun 3%. Machinist 6, Gun 3. And Machinist 3. Well, that's a good record dive. Let's take a look at the legend dive. Oh, was already there. Jeez. What am I doing? Okay, this is where we get the winner. Fire damage. That's better. That's fire damage because that's going to affect everything he does. He can have any weapon equipped that he wants, including swords, which Balthier can use. And that also affects his USB casts. Or any soul break cast. So this is like super, super beneficial over Sid. Like Gladiolus' OSB, right. Next up, we have ETA's USB, which is, like, been on 5 banners. This is, like... It's kind of old at this point. I pulled on the banner, too, so I'm going to join in the parade. But obviously, I didn't spend 200 and whiff like Shadow did, so I have to feel for him more than I do myself. Absolutely. So ETA, 8 single target, Earth, Fire, Physical, and Fire, Self, Instant Cast, Monk 3, and Physical Blink 3. Pretty good with Fires Within or the Crit Monk 5-star Monk ability. But it falls behind other USBs that do similar things. I think what's nice here is that you're looking at a banner with a lot of fire on it. This is a strong-ish fire USB, and this is a strong fire USB. So that's nice, and they continue with Papa Limo and his OSB. So you got a fire banner going here. OSB Flareja. Multiplier increases proportional to fire elemental abilities casted. I don't like that condition. You're probably going to be using a lot of them, and that's cool. But it makes damn sure that this isn't something that can be used by itself. It has to be something that you use with another character. Or I mean, another Soul Break, like his BSB. And I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping his BSB shows up here. Oh, God, it does. Papalymo's God Mode BSB is on here. Assail BSB, 6 times area of effect, Ice Non-Elemental, and Peril Ice. So this goes together very well with her USB. Please, with that chase, show me faster cast speeds. Oh my God, she did it. Oh, she did it. 3 single target, self quick cast 3. And 2 area of effect. Stitch in time. Ooh, Assail is good. Papa BSB for Terra? What do you mean? Alright, Will. I will. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, ETA. Yeah, she's definitely the weakest on the banner, but it's not bad. It's kind of like S9 on the first banner. I mean, dealing physical fire damage is a crowded arena, but she isn't bad. Oh, Papa BSB is for Terra? Well, I guess. Honestly, if I have Papa's BSB, that means Papa and his BSB exists. Which is fantastic. So moving on, we have Sid Garland and his... Now this absolutely just makes no sense. Like, this sucks if this is here. I'd prefer Ida's. No, I guess I wouldn't. I hate this shit, man. Earth not elemental, when you're a machinist, you can't actually deal earth damage, other than your burst commands, which sucks. So this is a huge miss on this banner. Papalymo's BSB is fantastic. Not just fantastic, it's like, it makes him an S tier character along with his Legend Dive by that. And Ishtola's BSB, well, that's weird. Okay. I'm not gonna say no, it's a healer BSB, and a fairly good one. On one of the best healers in the game, so okay. Oh, they did give us Idas. Well, I didn't want to see both Sids and Idas. What are you doing? Is there 5 BSBs on this banner? Yeah, there is. There's 5 BSBs and only 1 super. I guess so. It's better than a super, right? Sure. Assail. Hey, Marco, how's it going? Assail is actually really awesome. I need to take a look at her Legend Dive again. Just so I can line up, because I forget what it was. What's her LMR? Low chance of Iron Pearl Ice when you... Yeah, sure. Throw that in the pot. Which is nice. This is nice because if you're using Assail, it's probably USB plus BSB together, which means you're not going to be able to Ultra Stack the Imperil from a BSB. That makes it so... allowing you to minor Imperil with some abilities, you know, have a chance of minor Imperil on top of it, gives you that second output of Imperil, because you're not going to be able to super stack it with her BSB alone. So that's good. What's her legend materia? Percent chance to quick cast 3 to the user after using an ice attack. Fuck, she casts really quickly. She casts really quickly and has a superpower for a chase. She's insane! Wow! Oh, yeah, no, Strider, I agree. I still think Eda is one of the best ice mages in the entire game. And she probably will be for a very long time. But she has been taken over here. She has been taken over here. There's just, there's a lot of room between Assail and Adia, and then there's a lot of room between Adia and whoever comes next, most likely. Legend Materia Ishtola, well, that sucks. That's poison. Medium Machinist ability up when equipping guns, that's poison. Assail, fuck, man. Woman. Because this banner has some holes. This banner has a lot of holes on it. Assail, Super Soul Break, 8 single target, Ice Non-Elemental, and Party Medica, 40%. That's fine. But, yeah, that's 10 magic. Do we have any other that gives, plus the elemental damage up. I think that's Papalymo's BSB. So 17 and 21. Yeah, Papalymo's BSB and Eta's BSB. This banner has got some holes, unfortunately. It's the assail show. And Papalymo too. But Sid and Eta poison this banner. Sucks. Alright, what's everyone think? All of, I'm pretty sure all of Shantoto's damage boosts are all plus lightning. So, I mean, Shantoto's a lightning mage. She could do ice damage, but she's not going to come anywhere close to a Dia or a Sail. Just magic up. Oh no, sorry. This is a 5th rank. BLK. That helps. That does help. BLK. Okay. Alright. I'm feeling a little better. But the thing is, she still just does lightning damage. Does your USB do tri-elemental damage? Oh, okay, Senior. Does do tri-elemental. Grants attached lightning. You ruined it! Shantoto, you ruined it! I was so close to changing my mind about you. Never mind. So is that all we got to say about these? Is everyone as pumped about a sale as I am? Oh, which animations? I'm not going to look at all of them. But you said sales USB. That's actually a good idea. I'll look at her BSB too. Oh, don't get me wrong. I like Shantoto. I think she's a great lightning mage. I was just looking about her viability as an other elemental mage. I like that chase. waves of ice. I like that a lot. That chase was really cool. That was a pretty cool animation. Reminded me a lot of, what is it, Final Fantasy X? She snaps her fingers and the ice shatters. So that was kind of a plain C1. Ah, that could have been so much cooler. Oh no, Fran does it too. Oh man. No, we need better resolution than that. My goodness. Such a long animation. I always like this part too. Like that's something unique, just an interaction between the summoner and the Aeon. Knew it. Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite Shivas. Like everything about it. So good. Let's be real. I'll be honest. There's no Shiva in Final Fantasy 13. They may call that Shiva, but let's... Come on. I do like 8s as well, Paranoid, where you kind of just fire ice and it slowly builds up. I think that was it. Hi, Mike. I think it would have been more fitting to call the Snows thing in Final Fantasy 13 Gemini.